Education is very important to UGI, as it is important to everybody in this country. Fundamentally speaking, education is the foundation for success in life.
I've been volunteering in the UGI RIF program for many years, and I was able to go into my daughter's classroom when she was in the first grade. Being a part of the RIF program in my daughter's classroom was a special moment. The excitement that I saw in her and the other children made it all worthwhile.
Early childhood literacy is the building block, it is the linchpin for education for the future. And we know from the research studies are saying that it is through that lap reading with infants, with toddlers, with children as they grow up, that creates the structure of language in the brain and the structure of reading and even that love and enjoyment.
When UGI began RIF in 1991, we recognized that we wanted to do something that mattered, that it wasn't just a nice feel-good thing to do for the community, but something that had long-term benefits. Early childhood literacy was a critical first step in workforce and economic development. Having children read at grade level early is a very important first step in having them have success through life.
RIF is a choice. It provides an opportunity for kids who otherwise wouldn't have a book of their own to get their own book, pick it, choose it, take it home, love it forever.
The students are so excited to get a book to take home, and like the first book distribution we have, you'll hear kids saying, do I really get to keep this? Can I really pick whichever one I want? And there's such an excitement and enthusiasm, and you want to see that with all your students, but just that love of reading and that love of owning a book. We know there are a lot of families in our community that don't have the luxury to buy books.
I have found the first grade children to first of all be a pleasure. The way I have seen them react over the years is that they are very energetic, they are very enthusiastic, and very, very grateful.
It's like a big decision for them to make to get these books, which one they want.
It's really the gift of reading, sending those books home with parents, sharing resources with parents. That's the other thing we're able to do with RIF.
We give out more than 50,000 books every year. We have hundreds of book distributions. We're in almost 50 school districts throughout our service territory. And we try to position those distributions in schools where there's significant need and where we can provide employee volunteers to participate.
In our kickoff, we have the Reading Wizard come, which is just the magic around that wizard coming and the magic around just that motivation and that getting that excitement for the kickoff.
We created the Reading Wizard. The Reading Wizard is a character who knows everything there is to know because he's read every book that's ever been read.
When you hear the story of the RIF Wizard, the children just light up and they love that there's this wizard in to see them.
The first graders are very, very interested and very, very curious about our Reading Wizard.
We created a full-size character of which a number of our employees have volunteered to play the wizard over the year.
Wizard has been an experience. I've had kids ask me, am I a real person? Can I fly? Where do I live?
We've created a puppet that gets used at some of the distributions.
The children just crack up when he kicks his legs up and shows his underwear, and they think it's hilarious that there's this puppet in here doing all these funny things.
You know, a big part of getting them excited about reading is having fun. We're not only handing out books and say, here, learn how to read, but we're having fun doing it.
And they just bring so much, they add so much to our event.
UGI has had a remarkable response in terms of employee commitment to the UGI RIF program. A third or more of our employee base volunteer for RIF distributions in any given year.
We're not in this just to do money and to give money to an organization. We want to do more. We want our employees to have the opportunity to give back to their communities, to educate their children and their friends' children and their community.
UGI is very generous in their time, allowing all of our employees to volunteer their time for such worthy causes.
RIF is just a really great way to be a part of the community and still have a portion of my day at work and a portion of my day helping the community.
The employee volunteers actually play a really critical role in helping get those kids excited about reading and helping them actually read the books in getting them to take those books home and share them with their families. The employee volunteers are just as important as the money we give to RIF.
We have felt for a long time that actions speak louder than words and that we need to have actions to support the values of our company. We want our employees to volunteer in this effort. We want them to feel good about it. We want them to make a difference in their communities. And we need to provide them with the backdrop and the support to do so.
RIF couldn't exist without local partnerships, without local volunteers coming into schools to get the kids excited about reading, to get the kids to know that their community supports them. Companies like UGI that brings their volunteers, that make the books possible by giving the funding directly to the schools. Without that, these programs wouldn't exist.
UGI is vital to our RIF distribution. Schools need the support of businesses in the area, and it's so nice to feel that community is not just within the building, but it goes outside of the building and outside of the boundaries of even the township.
The first grade students today are the future employees of UGI. They're our future customers, they're the future business leaders, they're the political leaders of this region. The 6-year-olds that are in first grade getting these RIF books today are going to become the fabric of our community.
When I participated in the RIF program when I was in first grade, it was very exciting. It really helped me throughout my school year in the Reading School District. And now I have been working with UGI for the past 2 years, and I am now also a RIF volunteer. It's exciting, being able to relate to the kids and knowing what it feels like.
I'm proud that I, along with the RIF program, was able to instill the value of reading in Alexis. She can now pass that along by volunteering in the RIF program, which is something that we can experience together.
We have a really family-like history to this company where we have multi-generation people who work here. And to foster that environment and to support that family nature of what we do, to have a 20-year relationship with an organization like RIF where you can give back to the community fits. It's just part of who UGI Corporation is, and I can't be more pleased about that.